It's time to bring Dennis back for Heat Check, which is where we tell the story behind the sneaker, as it were. So, Dennis, you start. Tell me what you're rocking.
I love it. AJ, well, you know, always going to represent home. You know where it's at. Shout out to my connection. I appreciate you. Forever grateful. Now, AJ, I got to see what you have on your feet, huh?
Thank you.
The North Carolina to Chicago colorway.
I like it.
Very nice.
I'm trying to match with something we've got going on later in this segment. But before we get to that, let's talk about some of the best cleats in the NFL lately. How about this? OBJ, always bringing it.
Always bringing another version of the Nike Elite Edge 360s, the Glacier Blue. And if you notice, it says blah, blah, blah. And I'm assuming he's saying everyone is always talking, but his actions speak louder than his words.
And they tend to when OBJ hits the field. Tends to speak louder than any words. Second cleat, we go to Philly for a look at Darius Slay, another cleat with a not so subtle message.
Oh, big play Slay. Very fitting for how he plays on defense. He does make a lot of splash plays. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, he had 2 picks last week against the Panthers. I would say that's some pretty big plays. Last but certainly not least, this is a nod to the brand, as it were. Cam Jordan of the Saints rocking the Jordans.
Sweet. Here we have the Suede AJ Player Edition 5s, one of my favorite silhouettes. Now, AJ, I don't think that suede held up in the game. Do you?
No, I'm thinking he had to make a switch before they actually kicked off.
Okay. Ain't no way that suede is holding up in the game.
You can't crack it like that. There's no way.
Can't. They can't.
The first rule of sneaker, right? First rule. So we have plenty of heat on the feet, but Dennis, you brought in a little something extra today because it is the game that the Seahawks are playing the Steelers. So why don't you show the people what you're wearing on your hand? Yeah.
Here we have a Super Bowl ring, my first year in 08, 09. Forever grateful for this moment. I'm gonna share this forever. Thanks for the organization for kind of believing in me and being part of that. Forever grateful for that.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet reminder of your time in the league. How many of those you got?
I have 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what we call that in the TV business?
What do we call that?
We call that a mic drop.
Oh.
We call that that's it. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings, ladies and gentlemen. That's a pretty nice one. We are grateful for you and how you bring it every single week.